The rocket's red glare. Oh, Lord. Birchport's elites gather for the Sterling's annual 4th of July gala. But the event may have an unexpected guest. Now, who is that gonna be? We're gonna play. Agent Michael Kim. Chief Walsh arrested Kate in her hospital room? He getting all the tea. Like, at this point, he just like, and then what happened? That's right. Once he found the knife used to kill Tanner with her fingerprints on it, he decided she was guilty. Even though one of his own officers found her drugged in a cabin. You seem upset about that. Maybe because it's infuriating. Walsh decided on day one that Kate was a low-life gold digger who killed Tanner out of jealousy. No amount of evidence on Earth could make him see things differently. So you felt you had to go outside the law. I knew I had to help my friend, but first I needed a drink. All right. Fellow secrets. Here we go. How many diamonds do we have? You sit at a booth in Shipwreck Sally's, staring at your untouched beer, unable to get Kate's teary, tormented face out of your mind. Flynn, Naomi, and Grant are all with you. The mood is dark. I still can't believe that a-hole arrested Kate. What was he thinking? He's just lucky I wasn't there. I would have knocked him out cold. And gotten yourself arrested too. Worth it. Yeah, it is worth it. He'll get what's coming to him, trust me. I understand that you're all peed off. I'm frustrated too, but we need a plan. Naomi, you're right, or give us a minute. If I say give us a minute, are we gonna like have a sidebar with more information? I'm gonna say give us a minute. I'm still trying to process what the HE6 even happened. I mean, seriously, how is a man like Walsh even allowed to carry a gun? I don't know, Jamario. It does seem like he's either corrupt or possibly just incompetent. I'm going with both. One thing's clear, Walsh is sticking to this Kate is the killer narrative hard. It's possible he actually believes it, but it seems more likely that someone's pulling his strings. Yeah, of course, the Sterlings. That would be my guess. The four of you lapse into silence, each lost in your own thoughts. I mean, obviously I'll take on Kate's defense pro bono. Thank you, Grant. Oh, that's nice. It's the least I can do. We can beat Walsh in court, then... Gonna stop you right there. I wouldn't count on beating him without a lot more convincing evidence. People in this town trust Walsh. We know it's undeserved, but a jury might not. Dang. So then, we find Tanner's killer, Kate's kidnapper. Walsh can't pin this on Kate if we find whoever's really responsible. I think it's our best chance of getting her off. Maybe our only chance. All that sounds good, Silverhawk, but what's your plan? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like we've got 0 leads. Maybe we could start at the Sterling's annual 4th of July gala? It's the biggest social event of the summer. The whole town will be there. Probably a few drinks in, maybe we'll turn something up. Wait, they seriously didn't cancel it? After what happened to Tanner? Oh, they don't care about their son. They said, F that kid. I don't think a nuclear war could keep the Sterlings from maintaining their most beloved traditions. That's that bunch really knows how to put family first, right? Tanner loved the gala. I think this might be their way of saying goodbye. Regardless of their motives, Walsh has me on detail for the party. It's a long shot, but maybe we'll overhear something that gives us a lead. Open bars do tend to get people talking. You know what they say about loose lips? They sink Wash's ship. We sure as double hockey sticks. Better hope so. Wow. Oh, we back. She about to drag us on our outfit again. You spent a long, restless night in your room, dreaming of Kate's tear-streaked face. But the next morning, you wake up determined to find something at the gala that will prove her innocence. You're just finishing your breakfast when Miss Harley pops up around the corner. She stares at you pointedly. Can I help you? I'm fine, thank you, dear. Just wondering if you had any plans today. Get out of our business. Well, I was planning to go to the 4th of July gala. I knew it. Such a spectacular event. The food, the drinks, the fireworks, it's like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, I've seen fireworks. Not like these, you haven't. Tanner puts the show together himself and oh dear, I suppose that will have changed this year, won't it? Ooh. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this event might be kind of a downer. Maybe, though the Sterlings have spent generations learning to hide their feelings. Inside, I'm sure they're mourning their son, but they never show anything but a joyous face to the world. That's creepy. I've always thought so. Celebrating at a time like this, it feels wrong. Especially with poor Kate in jail. Do you think she did it? Are you trying to insult my intelligence? Kate wouldn't hurt a fly. I mean that literally. I saw her once spend an hour trying to safely shoot a fly out of her bakery. Just wanted to make sure we were both on Team Kate. Of course we are, dear. Anyone who isn't is a dang fool if you ask me. Miss Harley steps back and clears her throat, looking at you up and down with a raised eyebrow. Here she go, y'all. Since you are planning on attending the gala, I was wondering what I'm gonna wear. Oh, you hadn't decided? Well, well, don't you worry. I've got just the thing. Here she go. Where are these clothes coming from? Like, Miss Harley vanishes around the corner, returns a stylish outfit layering over one arm. What do you think? Isn't it just perfect for this sort of thing? That is ugly. We only have 34. I am not spending my money on this ugly outfit. No thanks. Are you sure? It fits you so well. Sorry, Miss Harley, but I like what I have on. Whatever you say, dear. Have fun at the gala. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That doesn't rule much out. She's done a lot. Well, you only live once. Miss Holiday disappears behind the counter. You hop in a taxi and head to the gala. Oh, which is already in full swing. Guests mill around, sipping drinks and chatting. Servers scurry by with trays of delicious-looking hors d'oeuvres. The Sterlings sure know how to throw a party. You hear a voice behind you. Party? Looks like a bunch of stuffed shirts and tipped-up noses to me. Hi, Flynn. You see Naomi off to one side scanning the crowd. I'm gonna check in with Naomi to see if she's heard anything. Sounds like a plan. I'll head to the bar. There's bound to be more gossip the closer you get to the drinks. Also, there's drinks. Excellent strategy. You head over to Naomi. She nods curtly at you, keeping her eyes trained on the crowd, every inch the professional. Naomi, have you heard anything yet? Is Scarlett here? How do the Sterlings seem? We already know that the Sterlings aren't gonna show anything. I asked if she heard anything. Not really. Unless who's carrying the best designer handbag interests you, that is. Well, what's your verdict on this deeply important issue? Give me a good leather holster any day. Naomi, Is Scarlett here? She's here-ish. But that gets less true every time she goes back up to the bar. Oh my. You follow Naomi's gaze to very visibly wobbly Scarlett yelling at the bartender that her drink tastes like a butt. Yikes. I'm guessing she's not gonna be much help today. She's gonna need some help before too long. Okay, how did the Sterling seem? Honestly, I can't get a read on them at all. They're so plastic. Margaret got a smile plastered on, and Pierce is following the same script with every single guest. It must be so hard for them. They've lost a son after all. True, I can't imagine how hard that must be. But that doesn't give them the right to take Flynn's sister away if they're insisting Wash pins this on Kate. That's where my sympathy ends. Naomi checks her watch and sighs. Time for me to do my rounds. I'll catch up with you later. Can't wait. She heads off towards the stage just as Grant approaches. Jamario, finally, someone I want to talk to. He said that last time. What, this isn't your scene? It's not that. I just realized how much every other person here pales in comparison now that I've bumped into you. Aww. Have you been here long? Long enough for a glass of wine and a little conversation. I might have been able to enjoy them if I weren't half suspicious of everyone around me. You're not enjoying the chance to play detective? Far from it. Leaving the snooping to the investigators. I'd rather come in after all the facts are on the table. But I guess you're different. I love to crack open a case, or can you resist a good mystery? I would love to crack open a case. Following leads, chasing down clues. I live for this stuff. Same. It doesn't frustrate you? Sure, occasionally, but it's so satisfying once you find the answer to the puzzle. Yep. Different strokes, I guess. Grant abruptly stiffens, looking over your shoulder. You turn to see Margaret and Pierce Sterling approaching. Uh-oh, what they want. Their smiles are bright and fixed, but you see the dark circles under their eyes, the strain at the corner of their mouths. You can't help but feel a pang of sympathy. Mr. and Mrs. Sterling, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you for the sentiment, but let's not dwell on that now. This is a party, not a funeral. Jamario, I'm surprised to see you here, given the circumstances. Surprise isn't the word I'd use. What? Yeah, I'm surprised y'all throwing a party. Like, what? Jamario's my +1, Margaret. I see. I always thought you had more taste, Grant. Oh my god. I won't turn you away. I've always believed in keeping my friends close and my enemies closer. Now, why he's saying we enemies? Now, how we become an enemy, sir? Excuse me? Don't play dumb. You're her friend. The jumped up hussy who took our beautiful boy away from us. Wow. Ma'am, I understand how hard this must be for you, but I honestly believe Kate's pretty much innocent. We don't care what you believe. Think what you like. I know what she did. And if I have anything to say about it, that filthy murdering whore will die behind bars. Margaret, please. Margaret's eyes narrow and she clutches Pierce's arm, breathing heavily as though collecting herself. Do enjoy our hospitality. She and Pierce turn and walk away. Wow, that was rough. Everyone processes grief differently, I guess. I don't know about you, but I could use a moment away from the crowd. Yes, immediately. The two of you work your way to the edges of the party. Grant stops to gaze out over the water. Have you seen the view from the cliffside? I didn't even know that was an option. I'll show you. The best part is the other bar over there. I think after that, we both deserve a drink. You and Grant walk toward the beach as the sun fades behind you. You stop. Whoa, it turned nighttime real quick. You stop to admire the moonlight as it reflects off the ocean waves. Wow, I don't think I've ever get used to this view. The two of you head over to a bar near a cluster of tall tables draped in red, white, and blue. The signature cocktail is the mint julep, but it's a full bar. I would like a glass of rosé. Maybe I'm getting homesick, but what I always order at brunch back in New York. I'm sure you miss it, but I, for one, am very glad you stayed. I don't think we have made it this far without you. Thanks, Grant. Besides, there's no way I'm leaving till Kate's free. Luckily, my editor agreed this case would make a great story. I convinced him I couldn't leave until it was solved. Smart thinking. Just then, Scarlett stumbles over to the two of you. There you are, Grant. Still wasting your time on Jamario? How predictable. What's that supposed to mean? I heard about your little town date, with Kate still half dead in the hospital, no less. Very classy. I mean, she ain't wrong. Kate was resting. We visited her after. Whatever. I suppose I shouldn't care after what she did. For Christ's sake, Scarlett, you were Kate's maid of honor. You of all people know she's not capable of murder. Scarlett lets out a weary sigh. I like to believe that, obviously, but if I were in her place, if someone stole Tanner from me, you know what they say about a woman scorned. Child. Oh my gosh. Bartender, where's my martini? The bartender hurries to make her drink. She takes a huge gulp. Anyway, I'm over it. No time to dwell on the past. I've got my future to think about. What are you talking about? She downs the last of her drink. With Tanner gone, that drunk sack of ham is the only remaining sterling heir. So she's the real gold digger. It's only a matter of time before he runs their business into the ground. And don't you ever get tired of being the second richest family in town, Grant? Aren't you looking forward to being the first? Wait, what is she talking about? With a toss of her hair, she walks off. Wow. I guess I'm glad she's feeling better. Okay, so she's hoping that their business goes down. I thought she was gonna try to get with the brother or something. I'm like, whoa, hold on, girl, please. Well, we should keep an eye on her. Agreed. You catch Bryce's gaze inadvertently. His brow furrows at the sight of you. Before you can react, he comes lurching your way. You! What the HE double hockey sticks are you doing here? Okay, Bryce, it's great to see you too. I'm sorry for your loss. Leave me alone. I don't know if I want to be nice to these people anymore. I'm gonna say I'm sorry for your loss. That's all I can say. No, wait. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I bet you are. Oh, here he go. I am. I know you and your brother had your diff. You don't know a thing about us. Grant steps between you and Bryce. Easy, Bryce. Out of my way. He's not welcome here. Now what did I do? He shoves Grant aside and gets right in your face. Boy, you know. Admit it. You were in on it. What? The crowd around you goes silent. All eyes are on you. Oh no. Grant dusts himself off and signals to the waitstaff. Several of them surround Bryce, pulling him away from you. Huh? Wow. Wow. Hey, get off of me. So Grant got that much power. He shoves them away. You people work for me, dang it. He straightens his collar and smooths down his jacket. So he got a holloway. He don't got no suit on. He got the same outfit on. So nobody can come for me. Okay. If you intend to keep your pathetic jobs, you should try to remember that. He stalks off toward his parents, who have been watching the commotion from the stage, concerned looks on their faces. You turn to Grant. So far this day is going great. He's had too much, and the fireworks show is any minute now. Don't tell me. The fireworks were always Tanner's big thing. Now that he's gone, the torch passes to Bryce. Uh-oh. We're going to die, aren't we? Grant chuckles. I thought we finished some leads here, but the only big discovery of the night is that everyone else is barely holding it together. Everything that happened with the wedding, Tanner, Kate, it feels like it broke the whole town. Or maybe it just exposed the rot that was always just below the surface, right? Because I feel like we uncovered something. You turn and notice a young man wearing a waiter's apron weaving quickly through the crowd. Something about him looks familiar. Toni J. What's he doing here? Who now? But he's already hustling through the crowd. What is he about to do? Wait here, Grant. I'll be right back. You rush after him, pushing your way through the crowd of socialites. You can hear Grant calling after you. Jamaria, what are you doing? I'll explain later. Toni weaves through a circle of people gathered around an entertainer juggling sparklers. Ooh, I should cut right through the show or work my way around the show. I'm gonna work my way around the show because I don't know what he's about to do. And if he's about to take out a Sterling, then I kind of don't mind. I don't mind. So we're gonna work our way around. We don't want to make a scene. You nudge your way through the spectators, trying to keep an eye on Toni, but it's impossible to see him through the crowd of people. Dang. Crap, where did Toni go? You push forward, looking around frantically on the... Oh yeah, because we would have caused a scene. Looking around frantically, on the ground you spot something. A loose red scrap from his apron. You bend down to pick it up. Apron scrap? What is that? Can't lose him. Team Duffy did it? Okay, alright. Oh, so if we cut through, we probably wouldn't have found that. You keep running. This is a big place. But just then, the floodlights and the stands come on, blinding you. What the? The crowd surges toward the stands. With no sign of Toni, you give to the flow of the crowd. Dang it, I lost him. Just then, the mountain speakers around the gala cackles to life. Bryce's voice blasts out. All right, folks, grab your nuts and plant your butts. Wow. It's time for the fireworks show. Gross. You squint up into the stands, picking out your friends. There's Flynn. There's Grant. There's Naomi. Who should I sit next to? Who y'all want to sit next to? Yeah, they country. Now, why we gotta pay to sit next to people, though? Okay, so there's Grant. There's Flynn. And Naomi. Or I'll sit alone. Okay. Let's sit next to Grant. Because it's a romantic type of thing. Because there's an option to kiss. And it's an option to kiss all of them. We're going with Grant. Because that is Bay. We're sticking to Bay. You spot Grant on... And it's like they kind of made it dramatic. I thought it was going to be like, oh, who you going to sit next to is about to go down. Somebody about to die. Are you going to get caught in the crossfire? Okay, so you spot Grant on one of the bottom rows. You head over and sit next to him. There you are. What happened? Did I say something wrong? No, nothing like that. Do you remember Toni J, the guy who threatened Tanner and smashed up his car? I saw him working as a waiter. Oh, he was working. Seriously? What's that guy doing here? I wish I knew. I tried to chase him down, but he lost me in the crowd. So if he's working here... Oh yeah, his parents don't know that he's the one that banged up the son's car, because Tanner just went and got it fixed without telling anybody. Wow, see, that's what you get for not telling your parents. You pull the frayed apron scrap out of your pocket and show it to Grant. I got pretty close though. Too bad these aprons aren't made better. Grant turns the scrap over on his hand, rubbing his fingers along the frayed edge, then hands it back to you. That's strange, to say the least. What do you think it means? I think maybe he is a threat, or it's probably a coincidence. Probably a coinky dink. Probably a coinky dink. That's a pretty big coincidence. I know. I just can't figure out another version that makes sense. Even if he did kill Tanner, why kidnap Kate? Why come to this event? It must be a fluke. I'm just so desperate for a lead that I'm blowing it out of proportion. Maybe, but if he had nothing to hide, why run from you? I suppose that's true. He wasn't really running from us. He was running in general. We decided to go after him. We should keep an eye on him just in case. The floodlights wink out, and the first firework sizzles its way up into the sky. It booms overhead, a huge starburst of red, white, and blue. Well, this show is definitely off to a good start. Tanner planned the whole thing before, you know. It sounds silly now, but he loved planning the fireworks. I think if his family hadn't put such pressure on him to follow his dad's footsteps, he might have been an artist. A second firework bursts in the air, shimmering trails of silver dripping down the sky. Ooh, I might like that one even more. Were you a big 4th of July kid? Is that a thing? Not really. Is that a thing? My parents were both academics. They weren't really into holidays. I mean, they loved long-winded discussions on their origins, cultural significance, and flawed symbolic interpretations. Just not celebrating them. You must have had so many stimulating discussions. I guess so, but I could have used that 1,000% more candy. Oh, 1,000% more candy and fireworks. The cascade of pink sparks fly up in the wispy clouds strewn across the night sky. I wish my mother were here to see that one. She can't get enough pink. She'd love to see the whole sky that color, but she's visiting relatives in New Orleans. Oh, he got relatives in New Orleans. You turn to him, thoughtful. Grant, did you come here every year as a kid, or tell me about your mother? Tell me about your mother. Well, she travels a lot. Both my parents do actually for work. Corporate litigation knows no bounds? Apparently not. Birchport has always just been base camp. That must have been hard growing up. It was. That's why Scarlett and I are so close. We're kind of all we got. Aww. Another fireworks explodes. Spreading its glittery fingers across the sky, Grant puts an arm around your shoulders. You lean your head on his shoulder. As a golden flower bursts overhead, you glance over. He's staring straight at you. Everything okay? I'm just taking you in this light. You're incredible. I want to, kid. You lean in for a kiss as even more fireworks explode overhead. He slides his arm down to the small of your back, pulling you closer. His lips are soft and warm, but surprisingly firm. Time seems to stretch around the two of you, the whole world reduced to the sensations running through your entire body. Finally, you pull away. Grant. Wait, don't say anything. I just realized something incredibly important. What's that? I need to kiss you again. He leans in, kissing you even more passionately than before. You finally pull away. You can't help but laugh. Your whole body feels fizzy, light. Here's something else, Grant. Oh, not the boom, boom, boom. Or maybe you bring something special out in me. The fireworks cease for a moment, and the audience members shift in their seats to gaze at the stage platform. This must be the big finale. Oh, snap. Bryce stumbles to the podium. You see Margaret tugging at his coat, her face sharp with anger as she hisses something under her breath at him. He shoves her away. Not your own mama. Lumbers over to the mic, yanking it out of its stand with a screech of feedback. He's clearly even drunker than before, barely able to hold himself upright. Yeah, I know we're all thinking, where's Tanner? We love his fireworks so much. Well, guess what? Tanner's not coming back, so you're stuck with me, the black sheep, the family loser. I knew he was a black sheep. Bryce, for God's sake, sit down. No, I'm the finale host, which means I get to finish the show the way I want to. And just you people watch. This is going to blow Tanner's stupid show out of the water. He probably killed his brother. He leans over to light the fuse, stumbling a little as he bends down. This year, it's Bryce's turn. But something's wrong. Behind him, all the fireworks start to spark and shudder at once. He turns to look at them, mouth hanging open in blurry confusion. Oh, hold on, wait. Oh! Whoa, wow. Explosive. Okay, y'all, these are the things we collected. We've collected 14. Oh, it's over! Dang. Not them leaving us on a cliffhanger. I knew they was gonna leave us on a cliffhanger.